In this video walkthrough, I'm going to show you how to set up your Meta Pixel, formerly known as the Facebook Pixel, onto a WordPress website. The first thing you want to do is ensure that your business manager and ad accounts have been set up and that you are in the ad account you are ready to hook your Pixel into. Go over to the top menu and select All Tools and select your Events Manager. Now, if you have not yet created a Pixel, you will have a screen here to create it first, and you go ahead and name it whatever you'd like, and then we'll continue on with the process. So for me, I've already created that name. I'm just going to start the connection process here with setting up the Conversions API. So as you can see with the Conversions API, it allows you to connect into your website with server-based tracking. This just means that the information being sent back to Facebook is a little bit more accurate than if you were doing just site-wide tracking through website traffic. So once here, you'll have three options to choose from. The easiest option is with a partner integration, which makes it really easy with no coding necessary. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And then you're given an option to choose a partner for this integration. So if you had a Shopify site or a WooCommerce site, you could connect those ones in as well. For this demonstration, we're going to connect to WordPress. So here it is telling us that we need to go to our admin screen with our WordPress site, and we're going to add this plugin, Facebook for WordPress. So as you can see, I've gone over there and I've entered this into the plugins, and it has already been changed to the Meta Pixel for WordPress. So you can just search for Facebook for WordPress or Meta Pixel for WordPress and it'll pop up. Now in this case, you can see I've already activated it. So we're going to go ahead and get that set up. Once you have gotten into that plug-in, you'll land on a screen that looks like this, and it makes it very simple for you to continue with the process. We're going to go ahead and click Get Started, and it's just going to walk you through a series of setups to make sure that WordPress can talk to Facebook. So we're just giving some permissions to WordPress. So in this case, we want to ensure we're working with the right accounts. And in this case, we're going to search for the practice account, and we're going to attach the practice pixel. So this is just confirming the information that I've set up. And we want to make sure that automatic advanced matching is checked off. This is just feeding back more information to Facebook with any information that lands on your site so that you have a better ability to track your customers. And go ahead and select Continue. And then it'll take a few seconds here to connect everything. And then we're going to hit done. And it should take a second or two here for this connection to pop up like it does. So it's just saying that we're allowing your system user token back to the site. And that is correct. We want to confirm that share with the site. And there we go. We are now connected to our Facebook account. So if we go back to Events Manager, and we will scroll through the information we have here. Once this says active, then we can track anything underneath that base pixel, which means anyone who lands on any website link on your page will be able to track that information. So now what we want to do is be able to set up specific events on our website so that we can track specific conversions like registrations to webinars or anyone who's filled out lead forms on our site or even purchases of any specific thing that's happened. So to start this, we're just going to type in the website we want to go to. So this will be your website. And we're going to open it up. So as you can see, it pops up this lovely event tool setup. So this makes it really easy for you to be able to create custom events without having to do any back-end coding. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll make this nice and simple. I'm going to go to my contact form. So if I wanted to track anyone who entered in this form with a lead event so that I can track just a lead pixel, what I want to do is I can do this two ways. One, I can just track a new button. So if we do this, you'll see that it'll populate any button that's on this website. So we can select this contact form here. And then any event, the event that we want to track for this, we can select a lead event. Now, because there's no cost involved in this, I don't need to include a value. And then I can hit confirm. So now this will track a lead event when anyone submits this form. So for instance, let's go ahead and fill this in. And then once we hit the contact form, this will then populate through to me. And then we can see on here, we can see that that event is now tracking on our pixel. So we now have our page view, which is across the entire thing. And then we now have this lead event set up. Now it is waiting for the first event because there is a delay in time for these events to populate onto the site. Now, let's say we wanted, instead of tracking this part, we wanted to track people who actually landed on this page afterwards. We could then select the specific URL for that thank you page afterwards. The way my form is set up, unfortunately, it's not the same one, so we'll have to find a different one for us to do this. So let's say now we want to be able to track a purchase event of something action that's happened on our site. So now when we go to our site, I've moved to a page where I have a product that we can purchase from. So we want to go to the payment method. And again, we can track this by a button action. So in this case, we could go ahead and track a new button. And in this case, it's the button here, which is the place order button. And we would select that as our event and select purchase. The next thing we want to do is choose the value that's on the page. So in this case, we want to track the total, which is $97. And then change to the currency of your choice. So in my case, this is under US. And then select confirm. So then again, we can see that anytime that that button is checked off, that will signal to our Pixel Events Manager that this event has happened and a purchase has taken place. So if we click on it, of course, we don't have any information on that. The next way we could do this is if we were to track a specific thank you page instead. So we could go through and instead of tracking the button action before the action is taken, we can actually track the action after it's taken. So in this case, we have gotten to a thank you page. So in this case, they've already purchased the product. This is the thank you that they land on after they've made that purchase. So instead of tracking a button, we track a URL. So we can see that it's already pre-added in the URL that we've landed on. And we're going ahead and select the purchase event for this. So we're going to choose a value on the page. And in this case, again, we want to select that 47 at the top and then change your currency. It should already be set up, but change to what you need. And now we can track the Pixel purchase event based on the URL instead of a button action. So whichever way you like to do that, you can go ahead and submit that for you. So I'm going to just refresh this page, just so that we get an event that fires. And if we go back to our events manager and refresh the page, we can now see that both the lead form that we had on that contact form and now our purchase event are both active. So again, they're just waiting for those events to come through, which can take a little bit of time for that to settle. But that is essentially how you set up the Pixel onto a WordPress site and to be able to track anything without needing any code.